begin. Oh, I already know it's gonna be hips and all kinds of good stuff. And let's begin. I will try. If you can't hear me, if I sound too muffled, at least in here you can go, man. So hands into heart. And inhale, reach up, extend, and arms out to the sides, hands touch down. We'll do that twice more in this Howard. Inhale, good one. And exhale. It's so crowded, he doesn't know where to put his mat.
I don't know where to go.
6 people. That's a crowd. Like the old days, yeah? What did we do? Were we like, were the mats on top of each other? Kind of?
You're like 2 feet apart from each other.
2 feet apart. Let's go ahead and come up and over. And reach. At old culture, I don't work there anymore. The location at Green Lake is closed. So pre-pandemic, it would get this. So they have a cap, 25 people, and the owner would just keep letting people in. 26 or 7, 28, and he'd register them. And I went out. I was like, stop, because I couldn't even circulate. I couldn't see people. I couldn't, it's like, why are you? This isn't, he goes, I can't send them home. Can I? I was like, well, yeah. So here we are, reach, you have a lot of space around you, extend into the space. Breathe. Nice. And release. Oh. So hands are right onto the shoulders. You're gonna keep looking forward and you're moving. And it's kind of funny, like if you were moving your head, you might, I don't know, you might be dizzy, but the idea here is that you're just going side, side, you can go fast, you can go slow, but you're moving in your upper thoracic. And this is the area that is a little harder to move into because the low back and the neck want to make up for these movements, neck, back, lower back, bending, but you're warming up the upper spine. Keep going a little longer. You can close your eyes if you like, or keep eyes open. Yeah, good. I don't even have to say it. You're not really like moving your elbow, like you're not moving, you're staying equal distance apart. Good. And then release and let go. Just take some time to move into your neck. What I like to do is make half circles. Chin down, ear to shoulder, chin down, ear to shoulder, back and forth. And then from here, we do this one, it'll be on our backs in a moment, but from sitting, basically, this one where you point and flex, point and flex, point, flex, back and forth. That's super easy. But also you're going to dig your heels in to your mat and you get more movement. So I want to, so you see your heels, if your heels are sliding, your upper body doesn't move. But if you dig your heels in and then you move, your whole body moves. So I'm gonna, that's
Like riding a horse.
It's like riding a horse. So you're not moving. So bring your hands onto your thighs and then really dig your heels in and go back and forth in your heel. Yeah, that's it. That's it. See how you move. Okay, you're gonna lie on your backs and get off the horse, lie on the back. And then it's kind of, but anyways, I love this one. I really like it. So you dig your heels in. If you don't, if they slide, your body's not gonna move. But if you dig your heels in and don't let them move, but your feet, you flex point, your hands are at your sides, straighten your legs. And look straight up at the ceiling, and you're doing this when your head is bobbing, say yes again and again and again. Like you're just saying yes to life again and again and again. Yes, Kailash, you got it. Everyone's got it. Good. And don't, if you can't think about it too much. If you think about it, you mess up. Yeah. Have your hands at your sides. What's really moving, you kind of feel like you feel that, you know, your spine. This is all about the discs of the spine, keeping them supple, keeping them gel-like. Let's say gel-like. Okay. All righty, and then go ahead and stop. Pause for a moment. Feel any sensations through your body. This is nice. And then pull right knee to chest. Right knee to chest, and you can even lift your head to knee. And straighten your leg. Straightening the leg and holding. You're going to start holding, and really bringing your hand towards your foot. Bringing your head towards your knee. Lowering your head and do the second side. Come to left knee, holding it in. Let your back completely relax. And then hold behind the knee. And begin to, you're straightening your leg and you're lifting your head. Maybe you prefer a strap, of course, maybe that's it. Or if you're okay with, walking your hands further up your leg, bringing your head towards your knee, stretching the hamstring. And then release. Good work. So all these are warm-ups. We're going to have the feet wide as the mat. Arms at first are at a T position, palms facing up. And your knees go side to side. Let's start to, with your arms out at a T, and you're still doing this windshield wiper, your head turns right as your knees go left. Your head goes left as knees go right. So that's all it is. It's coordinating head movement, opposite of leg movement. And then if you like, you can also just take your arms up overhead. When you do that, usually you're looking up at the ceiling. Drop your knees to the right, grab a hold of your left wrist, and stretch the left side of your body. Breathe in. Exhale. Come across the other way, knees to the left, reach your right wrist, stretch the whole right side of your torso. And breathe. I don't know, it's so simple, it feels so good, And you come back to center, and your feet are hip distance apart. We have bridge, come up in the bridge, clasp hands. What I'm hoping for today is to feel, like just deep stretches. Some of the asanas, of course, have elements of strength, but supple spine, feeling open through shoulders and pelvis. And like even right now in bridge, feeling that the back of your body supports you. It has to support this opening. And then release. And happy baby. You're going to grab hold of your feet, grabbing hold, go wide with the knees, maybe rocking slightly, happy baby, or simply holding, staying still, stretching inner thigh, low back. Some feel it as like right at the hamstring insertion, really closest signal, you might feel a stretch. All right, a few twists here. So we're going to start out with right knee to chest again, and right foot on left knee, and you come across. So left hand drawing right knee across. There will be a number, we'll do a few of these. So the first one, we'll come back to this again with the leg extended. Right now, knee is bent. Take a deep breath in, exhale, and usually the stretch goes to where you need it. if this is about, if you hold tension in your shoulders, you feel this in your shoulders. If your back feels tight, you'll loosen your back. Outer hip tight, you'll loosen your outer hip. Feel the spiral in your spine. And back to center. Good work. And we'll do the other side. So you're hugging left knee to chest. Left foot on right knee, and across you come. And you twist, extend your left arm, and so once again, you know, sometimes some like to rock, or you can, you know, play with this. Notice what are the little movements you need to make to let this work for you. And then really come into your breathing. Notice when you inhale, you expand. When you exhale, you deepen. Thank you for getting the fans. Was that you? See, Meredith, we miss you. Meredith's online right now, so she has the job of turning fans on. So here we are, we're coming back to center. Good work. And the second one goes like this. So now there are going to be four, okay? Hopefully you like twist. Right knee is over left. Arms are out at a T position, and you're going to go back and forth. So you're really rocking back and forth on your left foot. Yeah. And you want to feel the pressure across your sacrum to the outer glute. Back and forth. Next time you go left, drop your knees and then separate the leg, like your knees are still bent, but you separate so they're no longer overlapping. Yeah, so separate the legs so they no longer overlap. Place left hand on right knee. So you're pausing. Good, nice. And breathe. And then optional, and many need a strap for this, optional is to straighten your right leg. So some just like to straighten and let the leg rest on the floor. That works. Or maybe looping the foot. Yep, instead. Or you're holding your foot, left hand holding right foot. So see what works for you. Meanwhile, maybe it's the pretzel pose, right? So maybe your right hand can hold left foot. It's a lot of left, right. Right hand, left foot for a quad stretch. Turn your head right. So, yeah, so how are you going to travel past your right shoulder? And there you go. Yep. It does feel like, I mean, this is what, you know, this is, you're really out there here. Okay, let's go back to center. And then we'll do the other side. So now you've got left knee, left leg over right. Arms are at a T, and you're going across your sacrum, back and forth, just rocking, and you'll feel that pressure across. What I learned on this one is that the flatter the surface, the better. So the less cushion underneath you, the better. Some people are like, oh, I need a blanket, but the harder the surface, the more the pressure against these acupressure points, and it's really good for your back. Drop anchor to the right. Separate your legs slightly so they don't overlap. Yeah. Right hand on top of left thigh. And then it's up to you. You're going to start, maybe you'll say, oh yeah, I'm going to straighten my right leg, my left leg. So it might be on the floor, maybe you're able to reach the foot. And then left hand reaching for right foot. It'll be, you got it. And breathe. Good. One more breath here. Inhale. exhale, release. You got it. Okay. Hopefully you got it. You have a few more twists in you. What do you think?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, so you notice each one gets a little more intense. So I forgot to get a strap. Does anyone else need a strap in here? I can, okay, I'll grab 3 more. So you're gonna take your right leg up in the air, stretch your right hamstring.
Oh, good.
You saw where that one on goes in the door. Straps are hidden. I think most of us forgot where they were kept. It was a while, as I could remember for life of me where they were when I first came. Okay, so you got your right leg up in the air. It's hamstring stretch, and sometimes you don't need the strap for the leg up in the air, but often we'll need the strap when we come across. So this is what we're gonna do. Come across part way. Right leg to the left, but imagine you can keep your right hip down. Oh, how do you do that? I'm trying. And then I'm gonna let it go, and I'm gonna go all the way across. And this one, you know, it's similar to the previous one when you extended your leg, but now you're just focused on this right leg. Ankle flex, extend your arm, turn your head right, and let's go ahead and come out. And we'll do the second side. So we're going to start out with the hamstring stretch of the left leg. Breathing. 2 years is a long time. Okay, and then we're going to start to take the left leg across. Take it halfway across, just partway across, and it's like you're on a journey. You're going to stop and you're going to say hello to your IT bands. Yep. And then you're going to go all the way across. If possible, your lower leg is straightened, the unbound leg is straightened, right? Right leg is straight. And in fact, think about this. So your outside right foot is resting on the floor. Got your outside right foot. So yeah, the lower leg. And that's when you know you really turn. The twist right. Right.
Yeah, and my brain is not miscalculating.
It's okay. It's so unfair. Yoga asks you to relax and then asks you to differentiate between left and right. It just doesn't make sense. It's cruel. All right, come on out. Woohoo! And release. So before the last one on our backs, we're gonna just let's go ahead and have the hands on your knees. Apanasana. You have your hands on your knees. You're making circles. You go out to the side, and then the knees come together towards you, out to the side, and just circling. And then next time the knees are together, reverse. So on this next one now, you are going to keep your feet together, knees are together, feet are off the floor, and you drop your knees to one side, okay? So immediately what happens? The top knee draws back. If you look at your knees, they're not aligned. That's okay. And then from here, so that might be it for you, or you straighten the legs, or you loop them and you grab hold. Some can grab hold of the feet. Now, sometimes it's a problem to loop them, so you might want to loop them as you're starting. So I'm going to show that. So I'm in the beginning, I have my knees bent, I've looped my feet, I come over, knees are bent, and now I can straighten more easily, because that's always the problem, like how do you get the strap in place if you can't even reach your feet in the first place? And yeah, again, my top hip draws back a little, so my feet are not exactly in alignment. That's okay. And just this pose, I think of like it's a V, and it takes up a lot of space. You got it. That's good. Yeah. And at first I didn't specify left or right, so some are going left, some are going right. It doesn't matter. It's fine. We'll do both sides. Yeah, and so where do you look? You look up the ceiling, or you turn your head away from the extended legs. Okay, I have bamboo music, which isn't doing it. Let's come to the second side. Okay, so for those on the video, I'm not sure you heard, we're going to second side. You can start out with your knees bent, you come across, maybe looped before you went over. But once you're over, you straighten your legs, and from bird's eye view, looks like you're in a V. For some, it might look a little more like an L. I to change music and now I lost it all. So let's go ahead and come on out. We've completed those 4 twists on our backs. There might have been more, I don't know. All right, and then we're going to make our way up to sitting, and we'll come right to child's pose. You might want your blankets handy or not. Okay. So right onto the hands and knees, and this child's pose should feel really nice, because your spine can stretch. Now you've done, lots of twisting, and twisting is very stretching and calming for the nerves, cleansing for the body. I mean, there's so much going on, and now you elongate. Let's go ahead and, you can either do cat-cow, or from child's pose, you round into your back and you arch, and you come into upward facing. And then you go back. So you're going to go at your pace. Inhale, moving forward. And exhale, going back. Finding alignment in your spine. This is such a symmetrical movement. And then finishing up this last one that you're on, and we're going to come to downward facing dog. So when you come to downward facing dog, hands are spread wide. You know what I'm going to say? Set your shoulders before you come in. And what I mean by that is I don't want you hanging off your shoulder joints. So think about shoulder blades flat against your back, drawn away from your neck, drawn away from your ears, and then come back. Now, a lot of people do that, and then they tense up their neck. So you should be able to find that joint support for your shoulders, but also shake out your head. And you can pedal, bend one knee, and press opposite heel down, back and forth. And then straightening the legs, the elbow moving way up high. And coming forward, upward facing dog. Knees would be up or down. Breathe. Exhale. Yep, and then we're going to go to what we call lizard. Come back, downward facing dog. And the right leg comes up in the air, and then the right foot comes to the outside right hand. Yeah, there you go. Right foot, outside right hand. And either your back knee is up or knee is down. Hip stretch, Heather was happy. And you're drawing, maybe your elbows come down. And you're going to drop your head down. The more open you are, the more asymmetrical your hips go, the more your left hip drops. Sometimes we can't quite get onto our elbows, so we could also like lean onto blocks. And so you can stay where you're at. Either you're on your elbow or you're on your hand. You're going to turn towards the bent knee. Right hand, is that your right? Yeah. Okay, so, and then right hand on your right knee, you're turning, you're looking up. It's okay. Yeah, just going towards your bent knee. And maybe you can bend your back knee. Ooh. Maybe you can reach right hand, left foot. You guys are amazing. Okay, there we go. We are amazing. Here we go. Breathe in. Exhale. You're like, I don't feel amazing. I know, I can hear it. You're not saying it, but I can hear it. Go ahead and come back and lengthen. You know what Rick says when I go to teach in the morning? He says, have fun. Oh. And I think, wow, who gets to hear that going to work? Other than a clown or yoga instructor. So bring your left leg up and have fun, because I do try. I mean, it's work, it's serious, it's discipline, but it can be joyful, you know, and that's what we're trying to do, is bring a little more joy in our life. Take your elbows down if you can, go to where you did the first time. Sometimes it's irritating to hear how fun you're going, you know, when it's early morning and I didn't get enough sleep, and you're like, oh. And then taking your left hand, reaching for your knee. So left hand, left knee, and you're pushing off the knee. Yeah, some are propped on hand, if you got it. And then you're gonna reach, bend your back knee, you never know. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it's, sometimes just that quad is saying, no, I'm not going there, or the knee. Okay, release, good job, good job. Come on out and press on back. Guess what? Pigeon. If you can't do pigeon, you're gonna come on your backs and thread the needle. If you could, right leg is up and right knee is forward. And lift, reach up. Yeah, great. And then lower onto your elbows or lower your head down. Good work. It can just be intense. The yoga journey, that's why I think that beginner's mind is so good. Some days this is easy, some days it's not. Sometimes it's obvious why it's not. Maybe you have a workout or you have a lot of stress in your life, and then sometimes no rhyme or reason why it could be easy or not. It's different every day because you're different every day. And I think that the intensity of a pose can really ask you to be present instead of trying to escape. You just go into ujjayi breath, where you constrict your throat and you find yourself totally present. And everything we do on the mat it could be a life lesson. I get everything, the yoga continues long after 11:30 comes around. The yoga continues on and off the mat. Find ourselves in these positions, not physical, but other kinds of positions, and maybe uncomfortable. And we breathe, we're present, we clear the mind, we calm. Let's press up, reach up, lift. So that might be it right there. Maybe you can bend your back knee, your head. You can do any variation you like on this. That's all quads for me. Quads are all. And I'm trying to be right there, right here. And then release. And let's take the right leg up in the air. Keep your knee bent. Three-legged dog, and you're just going to take your knee up high, send your knee, try to get one hip bone over the other. And the second side. Left leg comes up. Left knee comes forward. Just lengthen, good. And then circle. Continue to be present. Mother, I never asked this question. Oh. Yeah. I went to Catholic schools. We had to study Latin. Yeah. But most kids didn't have to. They were spared. Did you have to say Latin?
It comes in handy.
It comes in really handy on those SAT tests and vocabulary. Yeah. Yeah.
For gardening.
Gardening and yeah. Those of you online, we're talking about just Sanskrit words and and I wondered, well, you know, just kind of studying a language that is kind of a mother language, you know, found throughout many languages in the world, but then in a sense, I guess you could say a dead language where it's not really spoken, but permeating, but it, you know, mutates into all these other language roots. Okay, let's press up. You've been here a while. Bend your back knee. I know you thought I forgot about you. Reach out. If you start to get a little Charlie horse, you extend and try to come back in. Okay, we're ready for three-legged dog. Your left knee comes up, knee is bent, open the knee. Practice patience with yourself. That's huge, isn't it? To be patient with oneself. And then go ahead and come to downward facing dog. What we're going to do is take a deep breath in. When you exhale, draw your belly in. And then separate your feet even more. Walk your hands to the back of your mat. You're walking towards your wide feet. And from here, forward fold with the legs wide, makes it a little easier. And then come to a squat. If you want to bring your legs closer in, that's fine. You can modify your squat if it doesn't work for your hip joints. And if you can, you drop down. And yeah, some are very comfortable bringing feet closer in together. That's whatever you like on this. Breathing in. Exhale. Your hands are going to come to the inside ankle and around to the outside ankle. And you straighten your legs and you're trying to bring imagine bringing your torso closer to the space between knees. Good. And then soften the knees, come on up. Swing the arms up into the air, reach up high, bringing your feet closer together. Clasp hands behind the back, arch, look up, lengthen, and then release. Good. So we're going to look at triangle and extended angles. So you can move towards the front end of your mat, and I'll put you on the front end of my mat. And then your left foot will step out. So we're going to have the right leg up. Yeah, so you've got your, I just didn't set up my mat. So you'll be looking over towards the ear. And you're going to extend your arms and shift into a triangle. And in triangle, notice if you're shifting your body forward, can you be as if against the wall? And lengthen your spine. Reach through the fingertips. Lower hand hardly carrying any weight. Come up. Bring your left arm back, right arm comes up. You might need a strap on this, okay? So I'm going to just adjust my mat so everybody can follow along. And just see if those online can see. All right, so you're in your triangle again, and we're going to try to wrap the leg. So you know we've done this many times. So if you wrap the back hand, maybe your hands connect, maybe you need the strap. But once you have the arm, the connection, then you straighten your right leg. And it might be that you don't need the strap, the hands connect, and then you straighten your leg. We just ramp things up a bit. Uh-oh, no one's smiling anymore. Breathe in. Exhale. And then go ahead and come up. Once you come up, heels together, or not together, heels turning inward, toes turning outward, and come to horse. Breathe in. Exhale. Notice if you want to pitch forward, it can be a little more upright. Woo, press on up. Second side, triangle, left foot leading the way. We'll just be facing, we still face the mirror. And if you are on screen, just bring that left leg up. And let's go ahead and shift into triangle. Extend. Notice if you're shifting your weight forward. See if you can, imagine you're against the wall. Yeah, lower hand not carrying too much weight. Up and bring your right hand back, left arm reaches up. Stretching the low side of your body. And then we come into it again, and this is where if you're going to, if you know you're going to wrap, and then you're going to eventually come back to a triangle wrap, maybe you need a strap. So your right arm will hold the strap. The back hand holds the strap, and you have to bend your left knee to find the strap, and then I'm asking you to straighten the leg. So if you can connect, and then you straighten. Good, good. And then how about your head? Can you look forward and breathe? That's talk about a hamstring stretch, right? And shoulders. Breathe in. Exhale. And then go ahead and come up, bend the knee as you come up, and you have force again. Heels turned in, toes turned out, interlace fingers, face this way, and drop down. So I'm trying not to pitch my weight forward. I'm upright on the horse. You're on the horse and you are the horse. You're the rider and the horse. Breathe in. Exhale. One more breath. Exhale. Press up. And then bring the feet together. You all can turn. You can step to the front of your mat. Yes, and we have Vrikshasana. Tree to eagle is what I'm hoping. Okay. So I'm not mirroring it, those who are in here. So it's my right leg comes up. Your right leg. And you're coming to tree. Everybody likes to look down. But let's train ourselves to look ahead. Once you feel balanced, the arms come up. More traditional hands do stay together, and we tend to like to separate, maybe because it feels more like branches. Arms to a T, eagle. You're going to bend your standing leg, and your right leg wraps around the other. Your left arm wraps on top of the other. Hold it. And there's one more. Your right leg is going to go back. Maybe you need to come out and get your blocks. Your hands are going to come down. Go ahead and bend your knee if you go there, as you go there, and then straighten. It's a variation on warrior three. Good. And maybe you bring your hands to your heart. Your Vajrasana 3, hands to heart. Or arms out to a T position, dragonfly position. And then hands are down, and we're going to press back, downward facing dog. Go ahead and go back, stretch. Come forward to plank, your feet are together. Lower halfway down, and then come to upward facing dog. So lower halfway, and press up. Downward facing dog. and walking or springing forward. And take the arms out to the sides, all the way up to the side. And tree Vrikshasana. So I do tend to look down initially, and then I raise my gaze. Find a focal point, a drishti point. And then arms are in a T. You bend your standing leg, take your left leg on top of the other, and then right arm on top, wrap, everything's wrapped tightly there. And breathe. And then we're gonna start to unwrap, come down, reaching for blocks or the mat. And here you want to like make sure your pelvis is squared, you're engaging your core. And then if you feel ready, then your hands come to heart center or arms to a T. And then hands are down. And once again, we're going to press back, downward facing dog. Come forward to plank. And this time we have side plank. It doesn't matter if you go right or left, we'll do both sides. Side plank, you can always modify by bringing one knee down. So in theory, if you can balance in side plank, then the standing balance pose should become a little easier. This is a good test of it. The second side. And then release. And lower all the way onto your belly. Onto your belly. You can be in Sphinx if you prefer, or have your fingers, it's a little weird, but your elbows are up. It's that spider hand, the fingertips down, like the inverted cups or big spider. And then you lift. So you kind of use part flexibility, part strength, which I like. Drop down. Twice more, inhale. Exhale. Come up on the inhalation. Lower. Rest your forehead down on your hands. Take a moment. We're basically going to just, you could come back first to child's pose. Eventually you're going to be on your backs, getting comfortable for Shavasana. As you take your time transitioning. As you settle onto your backs, take time to do a body scan. A body scan, you just take a moment. You know, an hour is it's always a challenge to, in an hour to come to this place. It's kind of like all roads lead to Shavasana, to come to this place. We've been moving, we've been doing meditation in motion. Now it's guided meditation in stillness. Draw your attention to your feet and completely relax your feet. Completely relax your ankles, your calves, your knees, and your upper legs. Completely relax your thighs, and completely relax your hip joints. Completely relax your hands, your wrists, your arms, and your shoulders. Be completely present, actively relaxing your belly, your chest, your ribs, the whole length of your spine, relaxing. Continue to relax your neck, your shoulders. Relaxing your face. Relaxing your heart.
your brain as an organ relaxing and your scalp relaxing. Feeling balanced and relaxed from toes to the crown of the head. And then I'm going to have you just slowly resurface. You move your hands and your feet. You move hands and your feet. And sometimes I know it's with great reluctance. It's like, no. The beauty at home, you might be able to stay here, but I know sometimes you can't. And when you're ready, you'll roll to one side and start to make your way to sitting.